guys, it's Kristen, and today I'm going to be talking about the Riverdale pilot. I'm really excited to talk about this one. I'm a big comic book nerd, as you guys already know. Archie Comics has a very special place in my heart. It was a series that I grew up with, that I have collected pretty much my entire life. I'm also a big fan of The Flash, and I think they do an incredible job on that show. Both shows are on the CW. Greg Berlanti works on both of them, so I had really high hopes for Riverdale. And I will say, right now I am cautiously optimistic about this series. I think that there were some things in it that I really enjoyed, that I thought they did really well, and some things that I was like, no, don't do that. They did make a lot of changes to these classic characters that we all know and love, but I'm excited to see where they go with it. In terms of the setup of the show, it really reminded me of MTV's Scream meets Pretty Little Liars. The vibe is super dark. There's lots of secrets and mystery and drama in this once wholesome town of Riverdale. The main focus of this story takes place right after Jason Blossom dies. His twin sister Cheryl Blossom was there to see it happen. She says that he fell in the lake, but there's other conflicting stories that there was a gunshot. And so there's something going on there. We don't really know what it is yet. We just know there's this big mystery around Jason's death, and all of these people from Riverdale are sort of connected to it. I feel like this first episode was more of an introduction to the characters and to the world that we're in. Starting with Archie, played by KJ Apa. I honestly was not really feeling his character. To me, he reminded me of a brooding, dark vampire from like Vampire Diaries or something. I wasn't really getting that wholesome, all-American Archie vibe from him. I thought he was kind of selfish. I didn't really think he was that appealing. I feel like there's something about Archie that you kind of root for him, and I didn't really feel that in this first episode. He also has this really creepy student-teacher affair with Miss Grundy, who they changed so much in this series. Miss Grundy in the comics was like this old lady who's a teacher at the school, and in this one she's like this hot young music teacher who's, you know, having an affair with Archie. This is one of the elements that remind me of Pretty Little Liars. I don't know if they were trying to get some type of Aria and Ezra vibe from this situation. It just seemed like they were trying to dive into some teen drama tropes that I don't know if they really work with these characters. I basically would have been happy seeing Miss Grundy as a regular teacher and not having this whole creepy situation going on. Moving on, I want to get into Betty and Veronica, played by Lily Reinhart and Camila Mendez, who in my opinion were the standouts in this show. I really enjoyed their friendship dynamic, and I thought that they were some characters that going into it I wasn't sure what to expect, but I think that they were perfectly cast. Even in the comics, they're supposed to be best friends, but there's always that rivalry between them, and in this, we were just really seeing that friendship. I did hear that the first season is supposed to be more of an origin story, so I don't know if maybe in the future we'll get more into that rivalry, but right now I really love the direction they're going. I also really liked how they did the costuming for both of them. Betty and Veronica are so different, and you can really see that in their personalities, but also in the clothes that they're wearing on the show. I just think that they really were spot on with that. And just Veronica specifically, I really like her. I think they did a lot of great things with her character, kind of toned her down a little bit and just made her more likable. She still has that sass and that wisdom, and she has these great witty remarks for people. As much as I liked Betty and Veronica, there were two things in the first episode that kind of threw me off a little bit, and I wasn't really feeling them. The first was the Betty and Veronica kiss, which I just feel like they were trying, again, to dive into these teen drama tropes and shock people, but like, it's not a big deal, you know, like, who cares? Okay. And then the other thing was the situation with Veronica's parents. In the comic books, Veronica is mainly seen with her dad. Her dad is like a really big figure in the comics, and in this series she's with her mom and her dad is in jail. I don't know if this is what the situation is or not, but to me I felt like watching it, it seemed like, oh, okay, we cast a Latina girl to play Veronica, so what's the cliche thing to do? Oh yeah, make her dad a criminal and have him be in jail. Why can't Hiram be like a successful Latino mogul? Hiram Lodge is so successful in the comics, and it's like, oh, let's turn him into a criminal in the TV series. I just felt like they were stereotyping Latino people by making that a thing. Getting into some of the other characters in the series, we didn't really see as much of them in the first episode, so I'm hoping we see more of them in upcoming episodes, but we got Cole Sprouse's Jughead, and he had the iconic hat that Jughead always wears, so I thought that was awesome. We didn't get to see him eating any burgers, but hopefully in the future. While we didn't get to see a lot of his character, he was narrating a lot of the first episode, and just his character and the narrating and everything, he really reminded me of Noah Foster from MTV Scream. The characters seemed very similar. Some other characters we see, Reggie, who it looks like him and Archie are kind of friends, so I know they usually also have a bit of a rivalry in the comics, so I guess we'll see where that goes. We got to see Josie and the Pussycats. Josie is very serious. She is all about her music. She seems a little bit, maybe like full of herself right now. We got to see a bunch of Cheryl Blossom, who is the queen bee. She's really pretty mean. She must know something about what happened with her brother Jason because she was there, and I don't know, I just feel like she has secrets, you know? I feel like she has secrets that we will learn about soon. We also got to meet Kevin Keller and Moose, who are having some type of secret romance. Kevin Keller was always like the nice guy in the comics and like student council president. Moose was always with Midge, so far we haven't seen Midge. Maybe that'll be down the line in the future after he goes through his sexual exploration with Kevin Keller. We saw Dilton very, very briefly. I did read something about him having some kind of weird secret, but I don't know what it is yet. I'm sure we'll find out in future episodes. And we really get to dive into the parents as well, who also seem like they're gonna have bigger roles in this show. You know, Betty, Veronica, and Archie have this connection, but then you see that their parents also have some type of connection, so maybe it'll be like some kind of full circle drama going on. I'm just really hoping that this show is going to be kind of like a big ensemble type of show. I want to be able to see what all of these characters are up to, especially since it's called Riverdale. There is definitely the opportunity to focus on some of the other characters, not just Betty, Archie, and Veronica. I'm excited to see what other characters will step up and shine. Right now for me though, after this first episode, Betty and Veronica are definitely like the two that I'm looking out for. They're the ones that are making me want to continue this series and watch more. I'm really hoping we get to see more of Pop's Diner. I'm really hoping that Riverdale itself becomes an elevated place, you know, like its own character. Kind of like a Stars Hollow. Actually, I feel like if Riverdale had been done like Gilmore Girls, that would have been perfect. My plan moving forward is to watch the rest of the season, see how it goes, do a big review at the end, and hopefully I'll enjoy it, because right now I would say I'm more mixed about the first episode. I would love to know your thoughts on Riverdale. What did you think about the premiere? What did you think about the changes that they made to these characters? Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date on when I come out with new videos. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you like this one, and click that subscribe button because I come out with new videos every week. See ya!